What happens when a seemingly harmless decision turns into an environmental nightmare? This is the tale of how 2 million tires, dumped into the ocean as an artificial reef, created a shocking ripple effect over 50 years. Watch as the community, led by the passionate marine biologist Michael and dedicated teacher Sarah, rallies to correct their past mistakes, sparking a global movement in marine conservation. This heartwarming documentary not only traces the cleanup efforts, but also showcases how the town became a model for sustainable practices and ecotourism. From organizing beach cleanups to integrating environmental education into everyday life, witness how a single community's efforts can lead to worldwide changes. The story is a powerful reminder of our impact on the planet and the positive change we can create when we work together. Like, share, and subscribe to spread this inspiring message of hope and action. In the early days, the initiative was launched with grandeur and hope. The vision was clear: create new marine habitats and promote aquatic life. Among the key proponents was Michael, a young marine biologist whose passion for ocean conservation was as deep as the waters he loved. Michael believed that this project could not only boost local fish populations, but also help restore the coral reefs that had been declining rapidly. The day the tires were sunk into the ocean, Michael watched from the boat, his heart filled with a mixture of excitement and anxiety. The ocean, a vast expanse of blue that stretched into the horizon, swallowed the tires without a trace. As the sun set on that pivotal day, the waters calmed, and all seemed well. Michael returned to shore, hopeful about the future. Years passed, and the initial reports were promising. The tires seemed to be integrating well with the marine environment. Fish were seen flitting in and out of the rubber structures, and all appeared to be going according to plan. However, beneath the surface, a different story was unfolding. The rubber, meant to be inert and safe, began to deteriorate. Toxic chemicals leached into the surrounding waters, harming the very life it was meant to nurture. As decades rolled by, the consequences became impossible to ignore. The site that was once a beacon of hope had transformed into an ecological disaster. Marine life dwindled, and the waters around the Tire Reef became known as the dead zone. No fish dared to venture near, and the coral that once flourished was now dying. 50 years after that fateful day, Michael, now an old man, returned to the site. The beach was deserted, a stark contrast to the vibrant marine life that once thrived there. As he walked along the shore, his seasoned eyes filled with tears. What had started as a dream to save the ocean had turned into a haunting lesson about human intervention in nature. But this story does not end in despair. Driven by guilt and a resolve to right the wrongs of the past, Michael spearheaded a cleanup initiative. With the help of environmental groups and volunteers, they began the arduous task of removing the tires from the ocean. It was a monumental effort, one that sparked a global awareness campaign about the dangers of underwater waste. The project became a turning point, not just for the local community, but for environmental policies worldwide. It was a stark reminder of how human actions can have long-lasting and unforeseen impacts on our planet. The Tire Reef disaster, as it came to be known, taught a valuable lesson: the importance of sustainable and environmentally friendly practices. As the final tire was removed, Michael stood on the deck of the boat, watching as the ocean slowly began to heal. Fish returned, and slowly, life resumed its natural course. The old biologist, his face weathered by time and salt, smiled softly. Despite the years of damage, there was hope. The ocean had forgiven, but it had not forgotten, and neither would he. This story, a blend of human ambition and environmental consequences, serves as a poignant reminder of our responsibility towards nature. It teaches us that while innovation and progress are vital, they should not come at the expense of the planet we call home. As we look forward, let us remember the lessons learned from the past, ensuring that our actions today do not become the environmental disasters of tomorrow. Following the tire removal, the local community, once skeptical and indifferent, began to take a keen interest in their natural surroundings. Michael took this opportunity to educate them about the importance of the ocean and its ecosystems. He organized workshops and beach cleanup drives, transforming public apathy into action. Each event was a step towards healing, not just for the ocean, but for the community itself. Among the volunteers was Sarah, a young teacher from the local school. She had grown up hearing tales of the vibrant coral reefs that once bordered her town, reefs that her students could now only imagine. Sarah saw these initiatives not just as cleanup efforts, but as vital teaching moments for her students. She integrated environmental conservation into her curriculum, inspiring her students with hands-on activities that made a tangible difference. Her classroom became a hub of young environmentalists eager to change the world. The momentum grew, and news of their efforts reached far and wide. Documentaries were filmed, articles written, and soon, the small coastal town was at the forefront of a global environmental movement. The Tyre Reef disaster, once a symbol of failure, became a story of community resilience and hope. One particularly bright morning, the town hosted an international conference on marine conservation. Experts and activists from around the world gathered, eager to learn and share. Michael, who once watched the Tyres sink into the deep, now stood at the podium, a leader and a visionary. His speech was not just about the past mistakes, but about the future possibilities. "Why can we not turn our scars into stars?" he asked, his voice echoing in the packed hall. "Every mistake carries a lesson, and every lesson has the power to spark change. Let us be bold, let us be brave, and let us act with the same passion we used to dream." The conference ended with the signing of the Blue Pledge, an agreement by various nations to protect their marine habitats and invest in sustainable marine projects. Michael and Sarah watched as delegates placed their signatures on the document, their faces beaming with pride and hope. In the years that followed, the ocean began to thrive again. The coral reefs slowly blossomed with life, fish populations increased, and the beaches became vibrant with tourists and locals alike, all coming to see the miracle the town had wrought from its once tragic mistake. As the years turned into decades, the town became a beacon of environmental success, a testament to the power of collective human will and the resilience of nature. Michael, now an elder respected by all, spent his days walking along the beaches he had helped restore, often accompanied by Sarah's students, who eagerly listened to his stories of the ocean's past and its hopeful future. One day, while strolling along the newly vibrant shore, Michael stumbled upon something half buried in the sand. It was one of the tyres that had been missed in the cleanup. As he bent down to examine it, a group of children gathered around him, their eyes wide with curiosity. "What is that?" one child asked, pointing at the tyre. "This," Michael began, lifting the tyre with a strength that belied his age, "represents both our failures and our triumphs. It is a reminder that our actions have consequences, both good and bad, and that our environment is a reflection of those choices." He used the moment to teach the children about the importance of responsibility and stewardship towards nature. The story of the tyre in the ocean became a legend in the town and beyond, a narrative passed down through generations as a powerful lesson in environmental mindfulness. Schools around the world included the town's story in their curricula, teaching children how a small community turned a disastrous mistake into a global success story. Years later, a monument was erected at the site of the former Tyre Reef. It featured a large, bronze sculpture of a tyre surrounded by marine life, symbolizing the rebirth of the ocean. The inscription on the monument read, "In our hands, the power to destroy, the power to heal. Choose wisely." It stood as a poignant reminder of the delicate balance humans must maintain with nature. The final chapter of this story was written by the community itself. They had transformed their town into a model of environmental conservation, showing the world that it is possible to correct the mistakes of the past and create a sustainable future. Their story was a beacon of hope, a narrative of redemption, and a testament to the enduring spirit of human collaboration in the face of environmental challenges. As Michael's life neared its end, he looked out over the ocean, his heart full of peace. The waters that once bore witness to his greatest challenge now reflected his greatest achievement. He knew that his legacy was not in the speeches he had given or the accolades he had received, but in the clean waters, the thriving marine life, and the inspired hearts of those who would continue to protect the ocean long after he was gone. "Look after her," he whispered to the wind, "and she will look after you." With that, Michael's story merged with the lore of the town, a tale of redemption, hope, and the enduring power of the human spirit to overcome even the most daunting challenges. The legacy of Michael and the Tyre Reef continued to ripple through the years. The community's transformation and dedication to preserving the environment sparked a global movement. Cities around the world began adopting the town's methods, implementing their own cleanup projects and conservation initiatives. The story of the small town that reversed an ecological disaster was now a blueprint for global change. As new technologies emerged, they were harnessed to further aid in marine conservation. Innovations in biodegradable materials and artificial reefs designed to support marine life without harming the environment became commonplace, inspired by the lessons learned from the Tyre Reef incident. In the town, the annual Marine Festival became a significant event, drawing experts, activists, and tourists from around the globe. The festival featured workshops, exhibitions, and speeches about environmental conservation. It was a celebration of the sea and a showcase of the latest advancements in ecological technology. The highlight was the children's play, dramatizing the history of the Tyre Reef, ensuring that the lessons of the past remained fresh in everyone's minds. Sarah, now the head of the local environmental education department, organized beachside classes for students visiting from other cities. They learned about marine biology, the importance of ecosystems, and the impact of human actions on the environment. The hands-on experience was invaluable, creating a new generation of environmental stewards. The town's efforts were recognized with numerous international awards for environmental excellence and innovation. The story of how they turned a catastrophic mistake into a success story had not only redeemed them, but had also inspired a worldwide campaign for ocean conservation. As the years passed, the once polluted waters became one of the most studied and celebrated ecosystems in the world. Scientists, researchers, and documentary filmmakers frequented the town, eager to learn and share the success story with the world. In his later years, Michael often sat by the shore, watching children play in the clean sand and clear water. He thought about how the once lifeless ocean had become a thriving haven for marine life and a living classroom for future generations. The community had not only healed the ocean, but had also restored their relationship with nature. Never underestimate the power of a small group of committed people to change the world, Michael would say whenever he spoke at the festival. Indeed, it was the only thing that ever had. In the end, the Tyre Reef story was not just about environmental restoration. It was about the resilience of the human spirit and the profound connection between humans and the natural world. It served as a reminder that every individual has the power to impact the environment positively or negatively, and that the choices we make today shape the world of tomorrow. The tale of the town and its Tyre Reef closed not with an ending but with a promise to continue caring for the planet, to keep teaching the lessons learned, and to always remember that each of us has a role to play in preserving the Earth for generations to come. As the sun set over the ocean, the water shimmered with the promise of a better tomorrow, a testament to what can be achieved when humanity acts as stewards of the environment rather than its conquerors. As the community continued to flourish, their story became a cornerstone of environmental studies programs worldwide. Universities developed courses based on the town's strategies and achievements, inviting Michael and Sarah to speak and share their first-hand experiences. Their insights provided invaluable lessons in environmental science and activism, influencing a new wave of leaders dedicated to sustainable practices. The impact of their work was profound, reaching beyond academic circles into the heart of everyday life. Local businesses adopted green practices, phasing out single-use plastics and prioritizing sustainability in their operations. Restaurants served seafood caught sustainably, and tourists visiting the town were educated about their role in preserving the delicate marine ecosystem. This ripple effect transformed the town into a hub for ecotourism. Visitors didn't just come to enjoy the pristine beaches and the vibrant underwater scenes. They came to participate in conservation activities. Kayaking trips were coupled with beach cleanups, and scuba diving excursions included underwater reef restoration projects. The town's model of integrating tourism with conservation efforts became a template for other communities globally, proving that economic growth and environmental sustainability could go hand in hand. In the midst of this progress, the community set up an annual scholarship in Michael's name, awarded to students pursuing studies in marine biology and environmental conservation. The scholarship was not just a tribute to Michael's lifelong dedication, but also a tool to empower the next generation to continue his work. Recipients were given opportunities to conduct research and implement their own conservation projects, fostering innovation and fresh approaches to global environmental challenges. On the 50th anniversary of the tire removal, the town unveiled a new marine research center named after Sarah. The center was equipped with state-of-the-art facilities, providing researchers from around the world a base to study marine ecosystems and develop new conservation techniques. Sarah, in her opening speech, reminded everyone of the humble beginnings of their journey. We started with a community united by a common mistake and a shared resolve to fix it. Today, we stand as a testament to what can be achieved when we harness our collective strengths for the greater good. The documentary covering these events, Tides of Change, won international awards and was used in educational programs globally. It highlighted not only the town's achievements, but also its ongoing commitment to environmental education and sustainable practices. The film concluded with a powerful message about the interconnectedness of all life on Earth and the critical role humans play in preserving it. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the ocean, the residents gathered on the beach, where it all began. Together, they watched as a group of children released rehabilitated sea turtles back into the wild. Each turtle, as it paddled eagerly towards the ocean, was a symbol of hope, a promise of renewal and continuation. Michael, old and frail but with eyes still sparkling with passion, watched the scene unfold. He knew he wouldn't be around forever, but he was content, for he had seen the fruits of his labor, a world better than the one he had inherited. His dream of a healed ocean had materialized, not just in the waters before him, but in the hearts of the people around him. The story of the town and its transformation was a beacon of hope, a narrative that would inspire generations to come. It was a reminder that while one person could make a difference, a community could change the world. And as the stars began to twinkle above, the gentle waves whispered of resilience, renewal, and the endless possibilities that lay ahead when humanity chose to act with courage, love, and respect for the planet.